Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show.
Good morning, good morning. Yeah. Let's try it again. Good morning. Good morning. It is, of course, a Friday. Welcome to another edition of See You in the Morning. I am, of course, your host, Cletus Cassidy. If you are figuring out what See You in the Morning is, it is me getting up every morning. Somewhere there, it's gonna be before 8. I think we got to just move it now. It was supposed to, the show started coming on at 7. Then I moved it to 7:15. Then it was 7:15-ish. Now I think we just solidly, it'll be on before 8. Maybe I can just say it's the show that comes on at some point in the morning. That's it. Don't get yourself all worked up. It's gonna be on. It'll be on sooner or later. But welcome to another edition of See You in the Morning, where I get up here and just tell y'all way too much of my business. If this is your first time hearing this, you're about to experience something so cold. If you have watched before and you decided to come back and watch again, I thank you. I thank you from the bottom of my toes. I thank you. It's going to be a great, great day, man. Today is Friday. We're bracing for bad weather here in this region. So we're getting ready for that. Got to do all kinds of bad weather stuff. Got to make some soup. Got to put a tub full of water. I don't know if y'all got old school grandma. Old school grandmas made storms. You had to do so much for a storm. But anyway, before we start talking about all that stuff, let me first and foremost speak to everybody that's watching. Of course, the first 3 people get a little mythical medals, but we're going to go ahead and get those out, and then we'll get into the show. Bronze medal this morning goes to Geraldine. Geraldine. That's all I can say. Good morning, Geraldine. Good morning. I feel like I got to say that a different way. Good morning, Geraldine. Good morning. That's how you feel like you got to say good morning to Geraldine. Eva Tay Hollins, good morning. Betty Burnett, good morning. That's a different group this day. These 3 ain't the ones that's normally at the top. So good morning to our gold medal winner, Betty Burnett. Silver goes to Eva Tay Hollins. And Geraldine with the bronze. Also here is Crystal, Wilberta, Tanya, Aries, Jamie, good morning. Ida, Letitia or Lattishaw. Good morning there. Shannon, good morning. Princess is in the building. Dolores, Melissa, Kutha Light Lusa, T. Mitchell. Lakeisha always in some different language. She's so bilingual. It's great. Lorraine, good morning. Thank you for coming by, man. Thank you. Tamika, Candace. Lorraine, do you get to use the medal? I don't know what you use it for. But go ahead. You can put it on your resume if you like. Toya's in the building. Kristen, my kind of sort of cousin, is in here. Lorraine said, I'm coming for you, Geraldine. I'm coming for you. Denise or Keisha Thorne, both of them probably the twins, Denise and Crystal. Good morning. Rochelle, good morning. Denise and Crystal, 2 of my favorite people. I really enjoy them. They're great. They're great, all the way from Atlanta, I believe. The Lisa. Princess, I'm glad to see you in better spirits. Pray that God continues to give you and your family strength and come. Not 100% sure if I'm in good spirits. And so here's the thing. I'm in here. I'm probably faking a lot. Really immense pain, really still hurting. But I realized something. The pain is only good for ratings. Man, yesterday, I set records on this show. Yesterday, see you in the morning. Ratings through the roof. Man, the number of views that I got yesterday, and I realized it was because I was using the Steve Harvey methods, because I went in there and I started crying. So now I feel like I'm gonna just cry for every episode. That's what gets y'all in here. Don't nobody want to hear me be silly. Don't nobody want to hear me be inspirational. But man, will y'all tune in and hear me cry? Man, the crying, it was ridiculous. I was like, man, I don't know if there's a tear meter or something. I don't know if when somebody's online crying, do y'all call everybody? But hey, y'all tune in now. He's being vulnerable. Boy, I know. Listening to the words of Scarface, I never seen a man cry until I seen a man die, and there it is. And everybody was watching. So I'm gonna go with the Steve Harvey method. Steve Harvey can give you 4 hours of bad comedy. As long as he cries at the end, people will tune in. And that's what I'm gonna have to do. It's rare to see a man cry in public. So I was just an oddity. Everybody like, y'all come look at this. Oh my God, come look at this. It's a man crying in public. I knew it was something. I'm gonna have to stay rare. I'm gonna have to be rare. Not raw, because that'll get you in a lot of trouble. But I'm gonna have to stay rare more often. Um, I'm in here now, man. We got a storm coming. They done already canceled all the high school football. Um, they done canceled all of the high school football. They done got all kinds of stuff canceled, man. They've been canceling things. I got a potential gig. Man, LaTroy's in here being nice. I think I may have already missed LaTroy's wedding. It's just a lot happening. But anyway, got a storm coming. They say a tropical storm. They moved all the football games. They were like, man, make everybody play on Thursday. Make everybody play on Thursday. I didn't get a chance. I've been trying to shout out the high school kids a little bit more that be playing the foosball. Shout out to if you got a child playing football, man. Good job. Way to go cheering. Way to go, kids playing football. I remember when I was playing football as a kid. So, and here we go. Storm Ophelia. Ophelia. Oh yeah, that's gonna be some trouble. We got Tropical Storm Ophelia, and this is gonna be rough. We got tropical. Oh, good morning, Ursula. You got a Tropical Storm Ophelia coming through here. Moved our football. We have a whole thing here called the Fish Bowl. We have every year. I don't know what the Fish Bowl means. It probably had some kind of significance back in the 70s, and now it's just people using it as an excuse to drink and eat fish. And they have a whole parade and all kinds of stuff for the Fish Bowl. It might get canceled due to the storm, but it's a storm Ophelia. Now, some of these storm names scare you. They try to I talked to people in the National Weather Service. They intentionally try not to name the storms too black because of the fear. So you're not really gonna see a Hurricane Laquita, Tyrone. What are other traditionally black names that you're not gonna see? Nobody in here probably gonna see their name. Well, some of y'all got names that are universal. Like Denise, you and Keisha. See, that's the thing. See, Denise, the twins is in here. Denise, you'll see a Hurricane Denise. So Denise, while black, can be used in the Mayo community. You ain't really running into no Mayo Keishas. You're not running into no Mayo Keishas. Oh, you definitely not gonna see no Hurricane Shaquita. Portia? Oh, no, sir. You're not running into no Shaquitas, Keishas. Anything mentioned in that DMX song, you're not gonna run into. Like, I just don't. The world wouldn't be able to handle it. You wouldn't be able to. What the world wouldn't be able to handle it if they were like Hurricane Laquita is forming off of the coast of the Bahamas. They wouldn't do it. That'll be the one the Bahamas did not recover from. That if you want to get people to evacuate, don't nobody ever evacuate. But you let them know Hurricane Antoine is coming. They out of here. Keisha. No, sir. And see, now this was about 3 Kims. Hey, listen. Any of those. Cookie. I met her in an ice cream parlor. And you get any of those names, instant evacuation. I don't care where y'all is at. When they finally do name them after black people, destructive. Look at Katrina. They learned their lesson after Katrina. Listen, Katrina came through and destroyed. Man, shoot. Leotis? And see, I like Leotis because you don't know whether that's a compound name, whether that's 2 names or 1. Is it Lee Otis, like in 2 names, or just Leotis? It's kind of like if you was trying to be Greek, but you couldn't get it together, so you just like Leotis. Man, so now they got Ophelia coming. Here's the thing. I'm not scared of Ophelia. I feel like Hurricane Ophelia will come through and straighten stuff up. I feel like Hurricane Ophelia will come through and warn you about her and tell you to turn off all the lights. Y'all turn the lights off. I'm coming through real quick. I just don't feel like Hurricane Ophelia will mess nothing up. Hurricane Ophelia will come by your house and you're going to look up. It's going to be beans in your kitchen. You don't even know where it came from. You're like, how is it raining beans? You're like, I just made this pot of beans. I want everybody to get a little bit of it. Here's some cornbread. That's what I feel like a Hurricane Ophelia is going to do. Hurricane Ophelia will come through and do good stuff for you. You be like, y'all calm down. The storm is just in there vacuuming. Now I got bread. I got tuna fish. We live in a different time. People buy stuff. Here's what I don't understand about hurricane preparedness. Now, if I got anybody that's watching on the West Coast or the Midwest, y'all don't really go through this because y'all don't have those kind of storms like we have. My West Coasters, y'all just got earthquakes. You can't prepare for an earthquake. In the Midwest, y'all had tornadoes. It ain't no tornadoes that you prepare for. Here, we got to prepare for hurricanes. We've been told that a hurricane is coming. It used to be they get you up there. But you got to feel that. You got to fill that tub up with water. That's step 1. Ain't nobody bathing. But you got to go in there. Go fill that tub up with water. That's what they tell you to do. You go fill that tub up with water and you go buy toilet paper. Those are 2 things. I don't know why hurricanes give you diarrhea. I'm not 100% why a hurricane or a storm increases your chances of number 2. I don't know what it is about it. I think if you gotta go, it's gonna happen when a storm. All storms are suppositories. You holding on, you doing good. You ain't got no problems going on in your life. You doing just fine. When a storm come, man, it's poop central. Everybody's running down there to get to get toilet paper. Now people buy a lot of milk, cheese, butter, stuff like that. My thing is, why you buying all that stuff if you think the electricity gonna go out? Lakeisha, sometimes you put water in the wash machine. You let the wash machine fill up with water too. Wash machine water is the same water that we use in the rest of the house. Now, liquor, I understand. Liquor's fine with me. You can get all the liquor you want. If you got to be stuck in the house, a lot of y'all are married. So that means if we get stuck in the house or something, you're going to be stuck in the house with your spouse. You need to get all the liquor you can get. If y'all realize when we had the COVID, they made the liquor store essential. They made the liquor store essential. Now, if you get stuck in the house for days, I get you going to eat. I get it. But why are you running out buying all perishable stuff? Why are you out there buying milk and meats? if it's gonna be a storm and we finna lose electricity, you gotta get stuff that ain't gonna die. You gotta get tuna, chips. You gotta get all canned soups. This is a good time to get your green vegetables in. Bam, and that's it. Y'all be out there buying shrimp and crab legs, and a storm is coming. I'm gonna go get me a propane tank, just in case. Now, Ace, ain't nobody going all the way back now. See, now Ace is doing too much. Ain't nobody going back. It's a storm, not slavery. It's a storm, not slavery, Ace. Just because it's a storm don't mean we got to go back to powdered milk. Nobody should be drinking powdered milk. Ain't no reason for it. There's no reason for powdered milk. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I don't care what kind of storm is coming. You shouldn't have no powdered milk. Powdered milk is the devil. I've hated powdered milk my whole life. Ain't nothing worse than when my mom used to tell me, go in there. My mom used to be like, go in there and get you some cereal. I be like, Mom, we ain't got no milk. We got plenty of milk in there, boy. And I'm scouring through the refrigerator. Going through the refrigerator like I ain't never been through the refrigerator before. Say, Mom, ain't no milk in here. Did you look on top of the milk, on top of the refrigerator? What I'm looking on top of the refrigerator for, Mom? The milk can't be on top. And that's where she kept the powdered milk. And it used to come in a large brown bag. Look like a brick of cement. Brick of cocaine. It's all the same. Powdered milk. If you enjoyed powdered milk, you had an 87% chance of becoming a crackhead. If you enjoyed powdered milk, your chance of becoming a crackhead went up exponentially. And you had to go and scoop you some milk into a glass and put some water on. Ain't nobody want no powdered milk. I'd rather just drink the water on the milk. And people who do that are strange. I know I've seen quite a few people that be like, you don't need no milk. Just put some water on that cereal. Put some water on the cereal? What kind of strange, twisted universe do you live in that you find it okay to put water on cereal? You people are sick. Powdered milk and cornflakes. First of all, cornflakes are delicious. Powdered milk is not. Cornflakes, delicious. You put about 12 to 13 cups of sugar in your cornflakes. It's going to be delicious. When you have cornflakes, you should be able to scrape sugar off the bottom of your bowl when you're done. You should be able to go in, bottom of the bowl, scrape a little sugar. That's a treat. You should have two meals. You should have your regular cornflakes, and then you should have your sugar at the bottom of the cornflakes. Now, here's my question to all of y'all. How long do you let your cornflakes soak before you eat them? I said cornflakes taste like wet poster board. And here's the thing. A lot of times when people make those analogies like that, my only question is, how do you know what wet poster board tastes like? What got you in your life tasting wet poster board? It's like when people tell me beer tastes like that tastes like hot horse pee. I'm like, when did you start drinking horse pee? Why are you drinking horse pee? What's the problem? Well, Berta says she don't let hers soak. You gotta let your cornflakes soak a little bit. You going right in crisp cornflakes. I can't do it. Now 12 or 13 cups of sugar, just buy some Frosted Flakes. They're the same thing. Captain Crunch, you gotta soak for safe. Captain Crunch has a warning on the box. If you care about your upper gastrointestinal tract, if you care about the top of your mouth. What up, man? I think you left your belt in my car.
Oh, I have it.
All right.
Love you.
Love you too, man. See you later. If you care about your mouth, you don't just go in and eat no Frosted Flakes. It's two cereals. Cereals on both ends of the how long they can stay in the milk chart. At the top is a brick of Captain Crunch. Captain Crunch comes in. You gotta let Captain Crunch soak at least an hour before you try to eat it. You gotta treat Captain Crunch like really dirty laundry. You gotta let that pre-soak before you try to eat something. Ain't no way you go in there on no Captain Crunch. Now the opposite end of the spectrum, the cereal that you can't even really let milk hit, like you gotta start pre-eating it before you put the milk in there. Fruity Pebbles or Cocoa Pebbles. Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa Pebbles are just shavings of cereal. They just shavings of cereal. The moment you put water on Cocoa Pebbles or Fruity Pebbles, they're destroyed. You can hang it up. I don't know what they make Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa Pebbles out of. It's made out of fairy dust. So the moment it get a inkling of being wet, when you take the milk out of the refrigerator, it's different. It's two different postures in that cereal. Captain Crunch stays strong. You go pour milk on Captain Crunch, and Captain Crunch like, I got it. I can take more milk. Milk me. Come with it. Come with the milk. Captain Crunch ain't going nowhere. When you get ready to start pouring Captain Crunch, Fruity Pebbles, be like, no, milk, no. Completely disintegrates. It's crazy, man. Captain Crunch stays in there, though. Captain Crunch is definitely a thug cereal. Well, we don't know what branch of the military Captain Crunch was in, but he is in there. You be pouring that milk on Captain Crunch, milk be flowing off of it. I blocked it. Eat it with your chest. Fruity Pebbles become the gingerbread man. Not my buttons, not my gumdrop buttons. It's ridiculous. Now Crunch Berries, same thing. Anybody in the whole Captain Crunch family? I don't even know how we got to this. I don't even know how this conversation got here. But on the scale, we just know. I done hurt my chest. Ain't nobody tell me I'm punching myself in the chest. It hurt a little bit. I was just trying to be. You do all that. I try to do all I can, but now I'm injured. Crazy. It's a crazy time. Oh shoot! I'm supposed to be volunteering at the boys' school today. I be having stuff to do and I be forgetting. My brain be bad sometimes. I gotta get up and go over there. Cheerios, she said Cheerios, but Cheerios ain't all the way up there. Captain Crunch sets the standard. Captain Crunch is a 10, and then like a little bit. I'm abusing me. I can't even call nobody on me. I say it all the time. It's a good thing I don't have a woman. This is awkward to have to say out loud. But sometimes I scratch myself in my sleep. Dwayne Farmer, that's my guy, man. Guy beat me up a lot as a kid. A lot of people are afraid to say that. A lot of people are afraid to say somebody beat them up as a child. But when you growing up, you're gonna win some fights, you're gonna lose some other fights. And Dwayne, man, now he's fighting for Jesus now. He'll punch you in the face with the Holy Ghost. But growing up, Dwayne was a trained killer. I don't know if they had when he was a kid, if his family. I know he had brothers and sisters, so I didn't know if they did like Hunger Games at home. But they were just a stronger group of people, strong group of guys. Man, Dwayne made me fall. Dwayne, I'm just telling the story because Dwayne's here, man, and I think you should give people their flowers while they still got allergies. He's a great, great guy. Now, I never thought we would be friends. I never thought that would be somebody I'd be like, hey, man, I'm speaking to Dwayne Farmer. I'm talking to Dwayne. Dwayne was he was a professional fighter at 8, And so by the time I met him in middle high school, man, he hadn't really gotten the game down pat. And so great guy, made me stronger, You gotta remember, sometimes you get beat up. Yeah, they probably did grow up eating. That family had some powdered milk. There was some powdered milk days in that family, and those were probably the days where he came and beat me up. It was probably, if I thought about it, man. If I had powdered milk that morning, I would have to beat up. I wouldn't be scared though. Yeah, I would go in and I would face the fight. But yeah, Dwayne. Yeah, sometimes you do. Sometimes you get hit and you find religion. So he's been religious way before he became religious. Dwayne was he was religious before. And please, Dwayne, don't get mad at any of these statements. I'm not like filing charges or snitching. I don't want him to get angry and then just realize again. But now, man, he's a real servant of the Lord. So maybe back then, when he was serving the Lord, it was by making people pray more. Man, like you have to pray, Lord, dear Lord, don't let me see Dwayne today, or dear Lord, let Dwayne be in a good mood when I see him. It's crazy. But he wasn't a bully though. So I won't like he just walked around just randomly beating up people. It was weird. Really, it was all my cousin Michael's fault. I got a cousin named Michael, and God bless him, and may heaven smile upon him. But my cousin Michael would run his mouth to anybody, but wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight. And listen, Michael wouldn't even beat his own. Well, y'all know what I'm getting ready to say. You know what the last word is. It rhymes with prick. Michael wouldn't even beat that. He couldn't. He would lose that fight. He would try to beat that and lose. And he wasn't a fighter. He was more of a lover than a fighter. And he would sometimes cash checks that other people would have to pay. And so yeah, so that's how that whole started, man. Dwayne really didn't have a reason to dislike me, but Michael, Michael started talking, and then we ended up, and it was a lot, but great. Now, Dwayne, great guy, works with kids. He's an excellent drummer, great guy. Like if you ever need beats, no matter how you gonna get them, beats or beat downs, my man Dwayne, because he came in and spoke, Lakeisha. But great guy now, man. Now I'll do anything for that guy. Dwayne Farmer, man. Great guy. So you ain't gonna hear no Hurricane Dwayne. No, sir. And black people will be scared of a Hurricane Dwayne. A lot of black people be scared of Dwayne. Not only will we be scared of Dwayne, every time we hear it, I would hear it in Whitley Gilbert's voice. Every time that they came, be like, who's coming? Hurricane Dwayne. Hurricane what? Dwayne. Oh no, you are, man. You're a great guy, man. Great guy. I appreciate you 100%, man. I really appreciate you. You beautiful wife, man. I appreciate you, Dwayne. It is, and because I got to go volunteer at the kids' school, I think this is a great point to go in and wrap it up. And here goes Terry Butler. Light skinned people always come in if you follow the proper hurricane protocols. Light skinned people always want to protocol something. And then, see this the dark skinned people don't even know what a protocol is. We don't. That's a rule. Follow the proper hurricane protocols. Terry gets more and more light skinned every week. I don't even understand. Terry's so light skinned. If he ever got vitiligo, nobody would ever know. He'd be like, "I'm suffering from vitiligo." We'd be like, "We don't know, Terry. You already super light skinned. Get out of there, Terry." Terry Butler, Terry is so light skinned that they retired his safety patrol belt. Terry retired his safety patrol. I'll tell you how light skinned Terry is. Terry Butler is properly dressed in all of his school pictures. And when I say all, and when I say properly dressed, Terry got on 6-piece suits, tuxedos, in his class pictures. Terry showed up a class. Terry is so light skinned, he brought his own comb to picture day. Picture day used to be the day they gave you a comb. No, sir. Terry he brought his own comb to picture day. Terry walked there like, you need got one. Terry Butler. Matter of fact, Terry was being called Mr. by his teachers. Terry's teacher called him Misters. It was crazy. Terry was the only one. Terry was the only one. He said, I was a proud citizen. We know you were, Terry. We know it. You probably wrote the protocol for the safety patrols in your school. Terry, they ran fire drills past Terry first. Principal come to Terry. Hey, Terry, how you feel about a fire drill today? He'd be like, well, let me see. We got weather and in the last fire drill. I'm fine with it. I never met anybody like Terry Butler. Terry Butler's an Apollo legend. Terry Butler's so light skinned, Albie Shore looks up to him. Terry's amazing. Terry is amazing. I'm gonna tell you that right now, man. I could never be Terry Butler. I could strive, but I never. He was head safety patrol. He had moved up all the ranks of safety patrol. This is how good a safety patrol Terry was in school. Terry was such a great safety patrol that he was actually acknowledged by the police. Terry was acknowledged by the police. The police acknowledged Terry's safety patroller. I'm like Lakeisha. I'm like that guy in that video. Anybody can get it. Anybody can get it. So that's it. Look at it. I was in total charge of our safety patrol at school for years. Terry was getting emails about safety patrol before the internet. I'm gonna tell you one thing. When Terry was safety patrol, there was no school shootings. Terry, get out of there, Terry. Terry Butler. Listen, I'm getting ready to go, man. And let me say this, man. I'm coming off of a lot of the stuff with yesterday. I thank everybody who was intuitive and actually listened. Who listened to me and really were there for me on yesterday, and me and my family especially. I've been touched by the legacy of my cousin, not in an R. Kelly way, not like touched. You don't want to come out, you don't want to wait till somebody pass away and be like, I've been touched by my cousin, and then people be like, oh my God, so much trauma. No, it's not trauma, man. It's just, different. So yes, yesterday was all the tears and the emotion. Today, it's a little bit more. I'm kind of dealing with it in a different way, man. And I've been going through the internet, and man, my cousin was the first person I've ever known outside of Terry, where can't nobody say anything negative about him. Now, Terry could probably say, people will probably say something bad about Terry, because somebody it's at least 3 guys out there that don't like Terry's light skinnedness, because their girlfriend got a poster of Terry up on the wall, and that would make me uncomfortable as well. Like I would feel a little some kind of way, if my girlfriend had a poster of Terry up on her wall. I would feel some kind of way. I remember the large number of girls who joined the chorus and took music classes. They had no musical talent, but Terry was teaching the class. They had to go in there, man. It was. They had assemblies just to watch Terry eat lunch. He was a great guy in high school. But I know that yesterday was great, and like people tuned in. There's been so many people, so I gotta publicly thank everybody who started calling and emailing. Like yesterday, I had to just go and intentionally just not answer my phone. It was a lot. But today, man, I want to be thankful to everybody, man, that's been calling and texting. And if you sent any kind of message, even if it's just a prayer, I've been able to see so many strong testimonies about the things that my cousin, how my cousin affected their life and things of that nature. And so I really, really, really appreciate everything that people have done for me. I guess I'll leave us with some inspiration on a Friday, man. I talk about the situation with Dwayne, and that kind of goes into what we had yesterday. Sometimes our hurt and our hurt and our pressures and things that we go through, man, we don't understand why we're going through it, and we can't figure those things out. I talked about that on yesterday. But I'm a firm believer of a couple of things, man. Your negatives can become your positives. What's interesting to me is that we're all a picture. None of us are where we're gonna be, what our final picture is. Nobody knows what we're becoming, but we're still all developing. And so, like a photo, if you know anything about photography, especially old school photography, right? You would take the picture, you take the picture, and it would come out in film, and they had to take the film and they would have to take it and pull it out and put it in water and shake it up and be in a dark room and things of that nature. So here's my thing. What I learned from the picture is that negative is what's going to create your positive. The positive of you being shaken up and sometimes you feel like you're being drowned, held underwater, you can barely breathe, and then you're going to realize there's nothing but darkness around you. You have no idea what's happening. Those are the points of your life. All of those negatives are the points in your life that are turning you into a positive. So it doesn't matter what it looks like. You could be and not to take away from Dwayne or Terry or anybody, you could be a guy that people looked at. You could have relationships that people looked at as negative, but even in that negative relationship, it was just shaping you into something bigger. Like, I know Dwayne couldn't imagine, and I couldn't imagine Dwayne and I being people who were adversaries as our youth, being somebody who had to turn to each other a little bit later on. Some of y'all can't understand why this relationship is rocky or why you seem like you're in isolation. Like, when you are in your darkest point, when you feel the most alone, just know that you are becoming, you are developing. You're developing. That darkness, like that dark place that you're in, that place where you feel isolated and hung up and just don't know what to do, it's probably because the great developer is taking you and he's making your picture so much brighter. So don't be upset when you find yourself in the darkness. Kind of celebrate the darkness part. Celebrate the darkness. You don't have to embrace it. You don't have to love it. But just know it's all part of the plan, man, and you're working out and you're going to develop into something great. I see it. I see the greatness in you, and the world will see it after you come out of your development process. I hope everybody has an amazing weekend, man. I hope everybody has an amazing weekend. Dwayne, I keep telling you, man, just call me, man. We in there. We in there. Have an amazing weekend, man. Have fun. Watch football. Root against the Cowboys. It'll be a great time. All right? I got you. I got you. I'm going to do all that I can do to be the best that I can be. I'm excited about it, man. Y'all should be too. It's see you in the morning. Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. I'll see y'all again Monday. Peace.
Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Clayton's Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Clayton's Cassidy Show. Funny Man, coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off